everybody, welcome to my channel. We're going to be doing something super fun. We're going to be making another 21-inch method. I'm going to use two different colors because I think with this method it's a lot of fun to see the two different colors. This method is called the Jackie Weave. So Jackie created this when she was trying to do the poof curl. I thought that was kind of cool. It's actually a very cool method and I think you're really going to like it. So for this method I am going to use a work wreath, but if you don't have a work wreath and you want to use the Dollar Tree wreaths, all you need is to put 10 ties on the bottom and 8 ties on the top. That's what the work wreaths have. I'm going to put these two on my mesh roller and it's going to make it a lot easier for me to cut these out. Okay, so this is my mesh roller and you can see I can put 2 on here at once, just like that. And then it's easy for me to pull them out so I can cut them at the same time. I also have a tendency to want to hang my wreath frame from this top one because I just don't use it very often. So all I'm going to do is cut 10 inches, so 10-inch pieces. I'm going to use my rotary cutter. So mesh will tend to fray, but it's going to fray less if you use a rotary cutter. If you use scissors, it's going to fray a lot more. So please invest in a rotary cutter. All right, so I'm going to get these cut out, and then I'm going to show you how we're going to make this. Okay, so I have some mesh cut up. So let's start working on putting some of these in our frame. The first thing I do is open up my frame so I can start putting things in. This just saves you a lot of time because you don't want to have to be trying to put something in while you are trying to open the ties at the same time. Okay? All right. And this method is really just using the curl. All right, just the curl method. Curl method is super easy. All you have to do is start to tuck it under and roll your mesh just like that, just like a little curl. Then you're going to fold it over. All right, so this is similar to the awareness ribbon. You'll see that it's actually very similar because you're going to set it down and tie it off just like you would with an awareness ribbon. The difference is that you're going to put another mesh through this little hole. That's why I think this is going to be so much fun with two different colors of mesh. So see, we have our other curl here. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take one end, I'm going to pull it through that hole, just like that. Bring them back together and tie it down. So like a chain link, kind of like a chain link. That's what it reminds me of. And I think that is so cool. Isn't that cool? All right. So she calls it the Jackie Weave because it's kind of weaving in and out. So let's do another one so you can see how it works when you're going on the other side. You're going to have two curls together and you're going to have the poofs kind of interlinking in the middle. So just curl. I find the best way to curl is to do it kind of on the sides. It will want to pop out, but just kind of push it in. And then we're going to put our curl over here on this side. See, and then we're going to have two curls kind of right there together. Pull them up and just let them kind of, have a little fun curling around each other. So you see what I do is I kind of go to the ends and I tuck with the ends because the ends are what you want to be tighter and not as much in the middle. All right, then I just put this through, link it through, and then pull it together. Isn't that fun? This is such a fun method, I think. You just keep doing this all the way around. Okay? So curls go here, link in the middle. So curl, link, curl, link, curl, link, curl. That way it kind of works out all the way around. So let's do one more and then I'll do the rest. Okay. All right, so at the end, okay, you just pull it together, put it down. So you want about, what is this, about 3-inch? Yeah, about a 3-inch little curl. You could do 4-inch, but I want to really see my links. So I want to have plenty of link. But you can have more curl or more link. There's no right or wrong way. Everybody does these differently. Okay, pull it through. Tuck that little piece under because it will want to come out. There, just like that. I love that. Okay, so I'll do the rest of the bottom and then I'll come back and we'll start working on the top. Alright, so you can see we've gotten all the way around. Isn't that fun? See how you can see the links? I like that. So we're going to do the same thing on the top. So what I'll do is open up the top ties and I'll kind of move the bottom ties down a little just to make sure they're not going to get in the way. And I'm going to do the exact same process on the top. Okay. So curl at the ends, fold it over, tuck that little piece in, put it down. So 3 to 4 inches here. Okay, and then we're going to do the link. Okay, push it right through. All right, so do your link or your weave. Okay, and then down on the other side. All right, there we go. All right, so I make the ones on the top, I generally make a little bit tighter because I want them to kind of push down and cover that little center area. All right, so I'll go around and do this one, and then we'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so we've gotten all the way around. All right, so this is 10-inch pieces. So we have 5 of each color on the bottom and 4 of each color on the top. So that would be 9 of each. Okay, so you're still going to have mesh left over. If you want your wreath to be fuller, we can do a second layer on the top. Now what I want to show you is you can actually do these and then put them on. So whatever way works easier for you. All right, so I'll do this, okay? Put it in my little tool here. All right, then do the other part. Put it through. Okay, and then come up here and put it on. I'm actually going to go over and do, let's just flip it and do the opposite. That way we'll get a little bit more color coverage. Okay, there we go. All right, so what this does is this creates a third layer. So it really fills in that middle. All right, so let's do that one more time. Okay. So make our first curl. Now, if you don't have a tool, you could use a clip. bow maker, bow dabra, something like that. Okay. Put it right through. There we have our link. This might also be a little bit easier way to see the link. Okay. Then I'm flipping it over, so I want the blue to be on this side and the red and white on this side, which is opposite of how I had it. You can leave it the same if you want, but I am going to flip the script and do it opposite. So I still want the curls together and the poofs together, but you see how it makes that third layer, and then we can have a lot more fullness. Okay, so I'll finish this up and then we'll take a look at how it looks. Okay, I've gotten all the way around. Look how pretty that is. You can see the curls, you can see the links. It just looks so cute. So look how nice that looks. Doesn't that look nice? How fun is that? And you see, and this looks great. We haven't even put anything on it, but it looks really cute. If you see any areas where you're kind of seeing the frame, what you can do is tighten up on the little link a little bit and just kind of pull things down so that it covers it up. Okay, so see, like we have a spot right here, so we just have to pull out our curls and then that spot's fixed. I'm gonna put our ribbons on it. Okay, so for our ribbons, we have this really pretty light blue and white striped. It does have the navy and the red, so it's still going to work, but it's going to brighten it up a little. And then I have a 1.5 inch in the white. I have a blue, navy blue with the glitter, and then I have a red with navy blue, white, and red. So I'm going to do these at 12 inches. I'm going to put the white and the red with the stars together. Alright, I'm just going to use my comb to cut them quicker. So on 9, I want 9 of this and 9 of the other set. And I am dovetailing all of them, so all you have to do is fold it in half, have it up like this, and cut up towards that wired edge. If you hold it up, then you won't cut it the wrong way. So once I have the ribbons ready, I'm just going to fold them in half, kind of crease it right down there, and then pinch where that crease is. Then I just get a little bit of a curve underneath. Then I will go to my frame and I will tie it in. Now I just kind of twist my tie down. Then I will stretch out my ribbons. Okay, so I'm going to do this all the way around the bottom, but let's do a couple more together. Okay, so pinch in the middle, get a little curve. That curve helps you to get it to stay up. All right, so see how that curve helps? Okay, there we go. All right, let's do one more and then I'll do the rest and come back. Okay, so I'll do the rest and then come back. And I am alternating them. Okay, so I've gotten all the way around. All right, so now I'm going to do the top. Okay, so same process, finding the middle, getting a little curve, and then I place it down. The difference with the top is I'll do more like an X with my ribbons. It's hard to do this on the bottom just because of the way the mesh is. Okay, but up top, it's very easy to do this. Okay, so I'll finish the rest and then come right back. Okay, we've gotten it all the way around. Look how pretty that is. Okay, so I have two sign options. I really think I want to use this one. So this is kind of a faux stained glass flag. And then this one, yeah, I like that one better. Okay, so we're going to use that one. You could also, if you didn't want to do patriotic, you could do something like this. So this has all the colors, but it says nothing about patriotic in it. So normally I put them in the middle. And I think that's what we're going to do. And then we might make like 2 or 3 bows to go around the sides. All right. Okay, so one at the top, one at the bottom. Okay. Get out our wire. So this is just 26 gauge wire. I cut about 20 inches. Okay, and then I'm just going to put it right through the hole I made. Okay, I kind of double up the wire. If you're using metal signs, it is a lot better if you use a hole punch and wire. It's also a lot less expensive than using those adhesive mounts. The adhesive mounts can come off, especially in the South. That's what we have a problem with. Okay, so I'm going to put it right in the middle. I'm going to take one of my plastic weaving needles and use that to tie it on. So I just run the wire through, and then I can push it right down through the mesh. And you can see there it is. Easily comes out on the other side. And then I can just twist it around the frame and trim it off. Just like that. Okay. There we go. Now let's do the other side. And then we'll pull out some of the ribbons. Okay. So same exact thing. There it is. Okay, you just want to tie it on the bottom or the middle, just so it doesn't scratch a door. Okay. All right, now let's kind of pull a few of our ribbons out here. And these are wired, so you can kind of bend them so that they won't go over the sign, because you don't want to cover the sign either. You can also kind of go off to the side. Okay. Alrighty. Isn't that pretty nestled in there? Okay, kind of move some of these to the side a little. There we go. Okay. Now I was thinking we could put some cute little bows here. We could either do like 3 or 4, just small ones. Okay, so we'll do a couple with this. Okay. All right, now I'm just going to grab some white, and then we'll put the blue on with it. So I'm going to do a small tail, like 7 inches, and we're going to do a spider bow. So it's small tails. It's the 3-loop bow, just kind of with extra tails. All right, we're going to go smaller, so like 5 inches. Okay. All right, 5 inches. I'm just kind of looking at my little bow maker to see. Okay, so 3 loops. That's 3 loops in total. So you'll have 2 loops on one side, 1 loop and 2 tails on the other side. Okay, so then we'll trim this off. Okay, dovetail it. All right, now the trick to this bow is that you now want the 2 loops on this side. So just pick up your bow maker and twist it. That way you get to move them without having to think about what side you're on. Okay, so we go down sideways in the bow maker. We twist, it twists on the side you're making the loop. Okay. And of course that last one, you don't twist, you just pull it out and trim it off. Okay. All right, now let's do blue. Okay, so again, pick up the bow maker and turn it. There we go. Okay. Same thing, 3 loops. There we go. Short tails. And we'll grab a pipe cleaner, go underneath, and just get that started. Pull it out. All right, so you can see where it was in the bow maker, right there. So hold it lightly, slide it around, and get it started. You don't want to tie it completely until you get a zip tie under it. So I'm just gonna run a little, I said zip tie, pipe cleaner, but you can use zip ties. All right, so then I'm just tightening it as much as I can. First thing I do is pull out my tails. I want to make sure that they are on the side. So 1 on each side. Okay, 1 there, 1 there. Okay, so you see how it kind of looks like a spider. All right, and then you can pull your loops apart. All right. Then I'll hold what's on the bottom and fluff it. So I'm just going to twist it back and forth so I can break it from that center. Then I can get much better fluff. And you always want to do one side and then the other. So see how it has 3 up here at the top? Okay, let's run our hands under those tails. There we go. Okay. Fluff the other side. And I'm going to make, I think I'm going to make 4, just like this. So just small. Okay. I will kind of angle these. Okay, that one's already angled. Right. I'm going to set it aside and do another one just like it. Now you could vary, right? So you could put the blue in the middle and the white on top. You could put this on top. With this bow, it doesn't matter. You can do any way you want. As a matter of fact, I think let's do one with the white on the bottom. Okay, there we go. Alrighty, so 5 inches, short tail. Okay, 5 inches. You can put your finger there if you're having trouble getting the right measurement. Right there. Pull it out, trim it off. There we go. Okay. Now let's do the blue. So flip it. Okay. Out to the 7. That. Okay. 5 inch. 5 inch. 5 inch. And trim it off. And then we're going to flip it again and we're going to put this on top. So you can see it is totally fine to put the larger ribbon on top. And I do like to do that a lot just because then you can really see the pretty pattern. And it's kind of fun if our bows are a little different. Okay. So it's the same ribbon, but just kind of making it a little different as we go. So we have 2 with this light blue stripe. Now we'll do 2 with the other. Exact same process. Just take your zip tie, go under one side, doesn't matter which side, just make sure you're under all of it. Get it started, pull it out, hold, slip it around. Make sure you stay in that indentation. So you can even kind of push your ribbons flat like this to make sure you're staying inside that indentation. And then you won't have trouble with your loops getting off as far as the length. So if you ever end up with, you know, too much on this side and not enough on this side, if you will do this trick, it will really help a lot. Okay, so tighten it completely. Pull our tails on either side. There we go. Okay. Okay. All right, and then we can do our loops. All right. All right, now we can fluff everything. So fluff, fluff. Make sure that tail is staying where it needs to. Okay. Okay. So you see how that is just kind of bent down in there? When you do this, it allows you to pull that out. If you try to pull it out without loosening it, it's very hard. So that's why I do that. Twisting like that, because it does get stuck down in that zip tie, and it can make it hard to get those little pieces out. But if you loosen it, then you can get them, and you'll get a much bigger, better fluff if you don't have pieces stuck down in there. Okay, let's trim these little pieces. Okay. That one's fine. There's the white one. Okay. Trim off the excess zip tie. Okay. All right, so we have 2 so far. All right, let's do the one with the white. Okay. So this is embossed ribbon. You can see it has little like leaf and flower patterns on it. I like this a lot because it's very inexpensive, but it's still pretty. Okay, so 5 inches, short tail. See how we twist each time we come to the center until the end, and then we don't. We just pull it out, trim it off. Okay, there we go. Okay. So I have this really cute little stars one. I want to put this one in. So twist. And this one is two-sided. Isn't that pretty? Alright. This one would have worked with this as well. Alright, flip again. Then we'll do our red. So you definitely want some of the ribbons from your project, but it certainly doesn't have to be all of them, and you can definitely mix and match, change them up, especially in the bow. Alright. There we go. Okay, zip tie underneath. Pull it up. Find your indentation. Hold it, slip it around. See how you can just kind of move your ribbons and make sure they're in that indentation. And then you can put your pipe cleaner under. And you can go ahead and tighten because you have everything in the right spot. So pull everything out, tails to the sides. Okay, loops out. There we go. Okay, now we can fluff. All right, so twist back and forth to loosen those little pieces that are stuck down in there. Run your hands under the tails. And make sure you do one side and then the other. Just like that. There we go. Perfect. See how pretty that is? All right. Okay, and then we'll just trim a little bit. That one's okay. Oh, there it is. Okay, so one more. Okay, so I'm going to stick with white on the bottom, because there really isn't any special pattern with the white, so it's just fine to stay on the bottom. Okay. Go ahead and dovetail it. There we go. let's switch them around. Let's do the red in the middle. So flip the bow maker. Okay. Short tail. Okay. There we go. Okay, flip again. Just like that. And then we'll do this one. You could even flip it over to do the other side. Okay. All right. 5 and 5. All right. All right. Slip our zip tie under the bottom. Okay. Get it started. Pull it out. Slide it around, and then just make sure it stays in that little channel. Put our little pipe cleaner under, tighten. There we go. All right, let's get our tails on opposite sides. There we go. All right, don't be afraid to pull on the ribbon. It's in that zip tie. It's not going to move. If you have trouble tightening the zip ties, they do have a tool called a zip tie gun that will tighten and cut it off for you. So you can get those on Amazon. It's in my Amazon shop. Okay, so back and forth. There. Just like that. Okay. Remember, just do one side and then the other. It's just going to help you keep them from getting mixed up. So if you get to the end and your bow looks odd, it might be because you got lost when you were going back and forth. It's really easy to do when you haven't been doing them very long. Okay. I'll just pull this back, and I'm going to tie the bows like in 4 places around the sign. I'm actually going to tie that to the middle ring. So I'm going to show you. So I'm just pulling them around and tying it on that middle ring. That way it's not all the way up that it would interfere with our sign, and it's not so low that it would fall off. So there we go. See how the little legs kind of look like spiders? Oh, let's trim that. That one's okay. If I find that a tail is too long, I'll go ahead and trim it. Okay, there we go. Let's do one here in the middle. Okay, so all I do is go here. Just use my hand to kind of move the mesh aside to find that middle bar. All right, just like that. Okay, then I can tie it on. I have to lift it up so I can see. Okay. And I just trim off the excess. All right, and then just kind of straighten the bow. Look for tails that are too long. Okay, those all look good. Okay, that looks good. Okay, let's do one here. I probably should have made it so that they alternated a little more. We may move one of those. Okay, so the middle bar. I didn't realize that I had just kind of put them right next to each other. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's way too long. Okay. Okay, let's trim this one off a little. There we go. All right. There. All right, it's fine. Because it's going to be that way no matter which one I do. Okay. So again, I'm tying in the middle, on that middle bar. All right, and then we'll kind of straighten it and make sure we can see our side. Okay. There. All right, now, let's just pull our sign up a little. Okay. There we go. All right, let's take a look at it. Okay, there we go. Oh, how pretty. So you can see the side. You could always trim off some of the tails if they kind of get in the way. There we go. Now we got it. So we've got all our little bows on there. Oh, that's so cute. That's super cute. All right, I hope you enjoyed that. So make sure to like and subscribe, and make sure you hit the bell icon so you know when I will be going live or uploading something new, because it will send you a notification right to your YouTube. All right, y'all have a great day, and thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye, y'all.